What's up, guys? We got a October 2016 edition of Motown Nails, my non-certified pickups, my TTMs and whatnot. First off, I'd like to apologize for my previous video with Mini Mo. I didn't realize until after I'd watched the video on YouTube, I didn't realize I had the dehumidifier running in the background the entire video. So I apologize for the buzzing noise, which is pretty annoying. I do apologize for that. I was not going to redo the video with Mini Mo again. It's too much work. So, you guys will live, right? So I do apologize for that. Yeah, the Cubs won the World Series. I got emotional. I hate to say it, and tears were shed. And I never thought I'd get like that, but I did. And the day after they won, which would have been a Thursday, I'm on my lunch hour for work, and I'm sitting in a parking lot eating my Portillo's big beef Italian beef sandwich, and the sports radio guys are talking about the images from the night before, you know, Zobrist jumping up and down on second base, Rizzo grabbing his head, and at that moment, remembering those moments, I started crying like a, and it was at that moment I realized I needed to go to the parade the next day. So I went to the parade the next day. I was going to take Monday off. I already scheduled to take Monday off. Called my boss, or I went back to work. I said, hey, you know what? I'm taking tomorrow off instead. So I did that, and I went to the parade, and I was amongst 5 million people, literally. So the largest gathering in human history that did not have to do with a funeral or anything religious, and is the largest human gathering in American history. So it's pretty cool to be a part of that. I did get some championship stuff, not a lot. I got the jersey, or the shirt hanging up on the chair right there. You guys have seen it. I got the Chicago Tribune from the next day. It's actually at my parents' house. I haven't picked it up yet. I had it shipped to my parents' house because everything I have shipped at my house, it gets trashed. If it's a big item, it always gets bent up like crazy. So I had it shipped to my parents' house. When I went to the parade, I came back. One of the train stops had the Sun Times World Champs Party Time. So I picked that up, picked up some of the Sports Illustrated. I actually just got these. I got 3 of those. Those are the actual weekly Sports Illustrated, and I ended up getting a commemorative edition and whatnot, and I'm sure that won't be the only Cubs stuff I'll be buying. I'm still looking for the hat. I got a huge head, and every place I look, they're sold out, even online. It's like you can buy it, but you're not guaranteed a certain size, which is stupid. But I'll get it eventually. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Cubs are world champs, and I told everybody if the Cubs win one World Series in the next 5 or 6 years, Theo's plan was a success, and this is technically year 1 of the 5-year plan. So you know what? Anything else is gravy. So I am beyond excited. Like I said in the last video, I waited my whole life for this, and Mini Mo waited 14 months. Unfortunately, he's not going to remember anything, but it is what it is. So let's move on to the stuff that I picked up in the month of October. TTM success here. I had this 8x10 signed by Wade Boggs. I ended up sending it to my favorite player of all time, Ryan Sandberg, with a cash donation. He signed it absolutely perfectly and actually added his Hall of Fame 05 inscription, which I was not expecting. So that turned out really cool. They were inducted the same year in 2005, Boggs and Sandberg, so that turned out really good. Here's some balls. This is an upgrade. The Ken Griffey Jr. baseball that I had prior, or I still have it. It's not a real strong signature. It's kind of light. It's not necessarily faded. It's just not as bold as this one. These were actually all purchased from somebody that bought the collection of former Expo Jerry White. He was a former Expo player among other teams, and he ended up coaching minor league baseball. And he was selling the balls that he had because they were just sitting in a box. So ended up getting this nice Ken Griffey Jr. Yo, what up, Chad? So yeah, Mr. Griffey, nice upgrade there. I'll probably end up selling the other one I have. Did not have an autograph ball yet, a future Hall of Famer, Jim Thome. This one's kind of weird because it's on a Oriole Park at Camden Yards ball, and Thome never played for the Orioles, so. But I'm not too worried about it. It's an official ball. Don't have to worry about fading. And future Hall of Famer Jim Thome. And this is my second Derek Jeter signed ball. First one I have is a Sweet Spot, but it's a lighter signature, and it's in blue. Well, this is a lot bolder signature in black on the side panel, but for the price I got it at, I could not pass it up. Derek Jeter, single signed ball. So I have got 2 Jeter balls now. I don't know which one I'm keeping. I'll probably just keep them both for now. So I'm sure when he gets inducted in the Hall of Fame, his prices will skyrocket higher than they are now, which are asinine. And then I'll probably end up selling one at that moment. Next, the card show I went to, an older gentleman had bought a collection of in-person autographs that, from what I could tell, were signed in Peoria, Illinois. There's a lot of Cardinals from the late 90s, early 2000s, and here's what I got. I'll show off the big one right now. I got these for $1 each. This unsigned card goes for 15 to 20 bucks, and I'm gonna get this slab by PSA DNA, and it should fetch over 125 bucks. Got it for $1. Yadier Molina. So I had to not get too excited when I saw that. The poker face is in full effect when I saw that card, but I got that. These are all $1 a piece. This is Torrey Hunter's autograph before he had the talking to from Harmon Killebrew about illegible signatures. So this is a pre Harmon Killebrew talk signature of Torrey Hunter. That's how he used to sign before Killebrew told him, what the heck does that say? You need to actually have a signature you can read. So that is cool. Old minor league autograph of Torrey Hunter. Placido Polanco. I got some toughies here. Tony Scott. Tito Landrum. Billy Bean. He's the not the general manager of the Athletics, but this is the former Expo. I think he's the one that came out as gay later on. Pretty sure that's him. Buddy Biancalana, one of the funnest names to say. Tuffy Rafael Santana. Former Cub Henry Blanco. $1 a piece for all these. Jimmy King, part of the Fab Five. Got Brian Jordan. Tom Glavine, that's his older signature. Kenny Lofton. Adrian Beltre. Again, these are $1 a piece. It's almost like the guy didn't really know what he had, and he just kind of bought the collection and put everything in there for $1. So I got 2 Adam Wainwrights. Got a Kurt Schilling rookie auto from 90 Donruss. It's in black, but still for $1. And the rest of them, let's see here. We got a couple Edgar Renterias, Torborg, another Billy Bean, another Rafael Santana, a couple Tom Pachoriks, got a Michael Kadire, Octavio Dotel. I'm not sure why I'm not showing everything. Carlos Pena, Johnny Damon. I got 3 Levon Hernandez's. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 Billy Wagners. Steve Finley times 2. I got 1 Lance Berkman, 2 Lance Berkmans, 3 Lance Berkmans, 4 Lance Berkmans. Rafael Ramirez, another toughie, got 3 of those. Jose Lima, deceased, rest in peace. Fan favorite, signed, I got 2 of those. The late Andujar Cedeno, he died in a car accident. Tom Underwood passed away. And then Dave Smith passed away as well. I got 3 of those. So I got all those for $15. So to say I was ecstatic is a understatement. That's one of my bigger finds when you factor in that Yadier Molina. That was probably one of the biggest finds I've had as far as autographs. I ended up getting my single signed Carl Yastrzemski baseball for $10 from a card shop because the guy didn't know whose autograph it was. So that was another big find. But this one, I think this one takes the cake, that Yadier Molina. I do plan on selling that when it gets authenticated. Assuming it does, and it will. I'm very, very confident the authenticity of all those. I bought 50 autographs there. I think it's about 50, and I searched through about 800 of them. So it did take a while to look through everything. But it was well worth it. All right, moving on. Some non-certified pickups. Charles Gehringer. Didn't have a signed card of him. Beautiful autograph. It's like a font. Former Tiger. Kevin Millar. Didn't have an autograph of Kevin Millar. I watch Intentional Talk almost every day with Chris Rose and Millar, so that's cool. Made a trade with Just Greg over on sportscollectors.net for some Topps Heritage minor cards that he needed. Traded for a Gary Player signed card. And rest are TTMs. Jim Davis, who is the creator of Garfield, signed that card and signed a signature card for me. Denny Crum, former Louisville basketball coach, signed the most hideous basketball card ever produced. Fortunately, I think it's like his only card. It's hideous. Got that. He signed my signature card, which unfortunately is smeared. Got the index card I sent, and then he also sent a signed business card, which turned out really good. Former All-Star Clem Haskins signed 3 of 3 for me. Right here. Jim Bunning, he unfortunately had a stroke right after I got these, like the next day. So prayers to Jim Bunning, the Hall of Famer, former senator, signed 2 cards for me. So prayers to him. I think he's doing okay, but still a long road to recovery. Goose Gossage signed my 1 card that I sent to his home in Colorado. Paul Horning signed 2 more cards for me. Boop. Nicely in blue. UConn head coach and Hall of Famer, UConn women's head coach and Hall of Famer Gino Auriemma signed 3 Ginters for me. Dick LeBeau, Football Hall of Famer, former Steelers defensive coordinator and current, I think, Tennessee Titans defensive coordinator, signed 4 cards for me. Always a nice return. Always responds to fan mail, signed 4 cards for me. I was really excited to get these back because these were gone a little bit. Bobby Hull, and I guess he's starting to charge now. But these are the most expensive cards I've ever sent through the mail. And it took a few months to get back. I thought they were gone, and I was really getting worried about them. I think they were $69.70, I think. OPG, or Tops, I'm not sure. But he signed his regular card. And then he signed his leading scorer card from the same set. And then he signed this, no, I'm sorry, these are, I don't know what year these are. 66, 67. And this is a 69.70. So I was really happy to get those back. Signed perfectly in blue. Like I said, I was getting worried about those because he usually responded in like a month in the past, and those are gone probably 3 or 4 months. Like I said, those are the most expensive items I've ever sent through the mail to get signed without actually sending like a foundation or anything. Just straight up sending them and crossing my fingers. So very happy to get those back. And lastly, partook in a basketball draft. It was a bunch of garbage. Not going to go through them. So that's that. I did forget to show this off. You know, I'll show that off next video. I'll show it off next video, because technically I think I did get that in November. So that is it. That's all I got for now. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, please stay safe.